you, and thank you for being here once again. Today, I have a very, very interesting person with me. As you know, this is Genomeden Career Talks. Just to brief what Genomeden Career Talks is all about. So, Genomeden Global is an e-magazine, is an interdisciplinary e-magazine that we run at the Indian Academy for Clinical and Dental Genetics, and it is completely free. Through this magazine, we want to focus on five key areas, that is dental genetics, saliva diagnostics, healthcare research innovations, lifestyle disorders, and career growth tips. So today we are under the category of career growth, and where I try to bring up live, real life examples where you see that how people follow their passion and what good achievements they are doing, and they have dedicated their entire pathway of life or career towards making this world a very beautiful place. So not wasting any more time, I call in today my guest, Dr. Shruti Singh. Hello,
Hi, good
Dr.
evening.
Shruti.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening. Hello,
Very nice to
everyone.
see you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so Dr. Shruti, this is all about you. This show is all about you today. The platform is yours. So
Okay.
we will all like to know about you. So please tell us about yourself, what you do, and how you got into dentistry as well as entrepreneurship. Because that much only I also know about you. Okay, please.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone, and thank you, Genomeden, for having me here today. So, I'm Dr. Shruti Singh. I completed my Bachelor of Dental Surgery in 2017 from Manipal College of Dental Sciences, Manipal. Post that, I started working as a general dentist. But meanwhile, I always had this idea in my mind as an undergrad student to work to make dental X-ray taking easier. So I started working on that idea, and we successfully, with my wonderful team, we launched our startup Icona X, and right now we are making a dental product which helps dentists and dental assistants to take accurate dental X-rays at one single shot. So that's about me.
Fantastic. Very, very well presented. And I think you are doing a wonderful job. So, because I think dental x-ray, that is the only thing which all dental students, like when we were also students, we dreaded that oral medicine department, we'll just flung off in front of the department what they will ask. So I think, and all those
True.
angles, and not even in as a student, I think the pain point that you addressed, because when it comes to real clinical practice, it is always necessary that we take help of dental assistants as well, and I think most of the time x-ray is a very, very crucial part of at least when it comes to diagnostics. So
So
very interesting, very interesting. uh, Dr. Shruti, what I would like to know is what made you interested in researching this aspect.
Okay. So, ma'am, actually, our college, like at MCOTS Manipal, we
Hmm,
have this entire very rich ecosystem of asking why. I
I know.
remember first year when we were in our dental materials classrooms, we were reading a lot about dental cements and all. And I went to my
Hmm,
professor and asked, "Sir, what is this? Why are we reading so many cements? You just tell me which one are we using today." And then he
right.
explained me the entire process of research and innovation. Ki, Shruti, it happens like this.
Hmm.
So I think that explanation and the curiosity which my professor and my college explained me, like why of the things, and that explained to me that anyone can come up with a solution because pain points are all around us. So that was the starting point, and then our college used to have a lot of co-curricular activities, especially with scientific communication, oral presentations, and we used to have a lot of seniors who used to work in all these domains. So all these things, made me more interested into, especially towards innovation side of it, like how can you make, because when I see the dental products, if they usually are imported to India, and Indian dentistry itself has very different demands than Western world.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that made me interested in the field, and then later I also visited a faculty of dentistry at UBC Canada, University of British Columbia. That was the first time I witnessed so much advancement in dentistry. So that kind of I was completely very like starstruck about seeing so many things about dentistry, and it is not just restoring cavities and fillings and materials. There is so many things. It's a plethora there outward. I mean, so that ignited my interest there.
Very nice, fantastic. So I think I have to call you again and in this kind of a career talk and know that how exactly you made your path to British Columbia, because I think when young people like you come in and speak and we get connected, and you inspire a lot of people, because the common things that we hear about dentistry, at least at this present time, dentistry is dying, don't take up dentistry. And sometimes very occasionally I write on Quora, very very occasionally. So I see a lot of questions like this: should I do dentistry? I didn't qualify for MBBS, so I took a dentistry. So I don't feel good about it, because as you rightly said, it's a plethora which is lying, I think, unexplored. We just see one perspective, that way. So Dr. Shruti, um, I am a avid promoter about interdisciplinary research, because I think without cross disciplinary or multidisciplinary approach, we really can't break that ice and go to a certain extent. So what is your opinion when it comes to interdisciplinary research?
Ma'am, this is my favorite question, and
Great.
you can ask anyone in my just friend circles. I keep talking a lot about interdisciplinary research, and right when I was a student, also during my undergrad, and I had worked on different projects. And I always say this very jokingly that I have more failed projects than the successful ones, and that experience itself has made me realize that interdisciplinary research is the need of the hour. Because when you are doing an interdisciplinary research, you are solving the problem of a bigger population at once. And what happens
Absolutely.
is, because we have best of both worlds. For example, if a dentist is working, suppose, with an engineer, so they are becoming expert, they are bringing expertise from two different fields. So the problem solving becomes so much faster. And
Yes.
also, in the prototyping stage, you can predict, because you have experts from both the domains, whether this solution is viable or not, right at that stage. You don't have to go and waste so many dollars more in trials and then realize the problem. So it actually it shrinks the entire it doesn't waste time, it doesn't take extra amount of money. Only
Correct.
people come, and as a person, you grow so much when you actually are involved in an interdisciplinary project or research. You learn so much, and you always bring up more solutions to the table which are actually viable. So that's my take on it.
Fantastic, Dr. Shruti. And I think I see you, I mean, I see you as a very, very promising entrepreneur, because I think I know you have already started your startup, but I think you have the elements inherited, or, you have all those elements of entrepreneurship, because you talk the technical terms like prototype. And that's very, very inspiring. So,
Thank you,
coming
ma'am.
to my next question, uh, I think one of your biggest achievement, as far as my knowledge goes about you, is cracking the BIRAC big grant, which many big people, small people cannot do. So I'm sure that you have faced a lot of challenges. That's kind of, that's the plate that you have to eat, which when it comes to this kind of pathway. So I would like to know, or if you would like to share, that what were the challenges you faced in the journey of cracking this big grant, and how did you solve them?
Okay, when I heard about that, because I come from a non-business family background, I didn't have a lot of funding for myself to go and
Right.
test out my idea, and it was just prototyping stage. So I was asking people around that what kind of funds are available, and someone told me that BIRAP Big Grant is exclusively for this category, for biomedical
Yes.
research and prototyping and developing solutions which can actually go for commercialization. But then I saw the application and it was huge. So to be very honest, I felt like I couldn't do it. And especially the entire process of grant writing, it's an art in itself. So, and you are not meeting the people, it is your application which is going and speaking on your behalf.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it took me a lot of time to actually understand how it has to be done rather than what it has to be done.
Mm,
So I that was my, like, writing a good grant application was the first challenge for me. The second was prototyping. Like you should like for grant, for cracking a big grant, you should have a one should have a prototype which somewhat it's basically shows the minimum qualities of your solution, because no one funds an
Right.
idea. Exactly. To
Absolutely.
someone is it, yeah. So prototyping was my another big hurdle. And to be very honest, every step was challenging, ma'am. But then I came to realize that if I want to go on this path of cracking the big grant, I need the mentors, the right mentors,
Mm,
and the right team, because I cannot keep losing my confidence on every rejection which comes my way. So then I got in touch, and we had Manipal GOK Bio Incubator
fantastic.
next to, yeah, in our campus. So when I went there, they told me, okay, there is an entire art to write the grant application. There
Correct.
are workshops you can attend to write, and you can, and there are people and mentors who can guide you. So
Hmm.
once you understand the entire nitty gritty, the everything became very easy. And that's how I overcame all the failures during the journey of the big grant.
Yeah. So just out of interest, what was your pitch time when you went to pitch your idea to the big grant committee? What was your
Ma'am,
pitch time?
yeah, it was 15 minutes, but then it comprised there was, so basically there are four steps in big grant.
Yes,
First you send the application, it was all a written process, and then in final two there are stages where there will be a committee. So
I
we
know.
went with all, and dentistry is like a lot of people because don't understand the terms, so you have to take all
Yes.
the models with you. And the people who are actually willing to write a big grant, please take all the models. So I remember taking articulators and jaw models and whatnot to make them understand, this is the bite and this is how we take
Yes.
X-ray. Yeah, so there were a lot of questions, but then
Hmm.
my biggest learning from big experiences, you have to make it very easy for the people to understand what
Exactly.
problem and why you are solving it.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that was my experience of it.
Sorry, fantastic. So, what exactly are you doing at present? Can you tell us about your present work? What you are doing at present? Yeah.
Okay. So our startup is called as Icona X. So what we as dentists, we are creating solutions for the dentist, but by keeping patient at the center. So we have always seen that taking dental x-rays, especially the intraoral, the small x-rays, is a hassle. You have to keep guessing where the dental film or the sensor is inside the patient's mouth.
Hmm.
And when we did our the research, we realized there is nothing, especially in the bisecting angle technique. So we
Hmm.
went on to develop a solution which will help dentists, dental students, dental assistants, I mean, anyone with the basic knowledge of dentistry, because I have seen a lot of specialists also after they go out from the dental school, dental X-ray taking becomes a bit hassle. And for the patient part also, and especially after COVID has come, you cannot ask the patient to hold the sensor with your fingers, or you cannot use those holders which has lot of components like a Lego there. So we wanted to streamline the entire process. So we have our patent pending product, which is called as Tarsier X, and it helps dentists and dental students and dental assistants to take accurate dental X-ray at one single shot. And it will help you in seconds to take dental X-ray without looking for the landmarks and anything like that, because we have created it is an assembly of a holder and an aligner together. And so it is like it will there is no subjectivity in it, and there is no
Okay.
experience which it brings in. Like only an experienced radiographer can take an X-ray.
Hmm.
Anyone with the basic knowledge can take dental X-rays at ease with this device.
Fantastic. I think this is very well thought problem that you are addressing, and it has a very wide application. And I think very soon we will see your product, lying on the dentist beside the dentist chair, and dentists are using as well as students. I think it's both way, as you said. The audience is very wider for your product, and I really wish you all the best for
Thank you.
thinking like this. And thank you so much for what you do, because I think it is really a very nice, great work that you are doing. So,
Thank you.
Dr. Shruti, we are coming to almost the concluding part of our conversation. So I know that you are entrepreneur by heart and action as well, but still, we would all like to know that what are your future aspirations?
So, ma'am, I meet a lot of people, and especially younger dentists. And as you mentioned at the start, that everyone feels that dentistry has ended. So, so that is my whole aim, like to develop novel solutions, because dentistry in itself, it brings a lot of occupational hazard wise to dentists also. Like they have a lot of back pain, and then ear problems. If you see, like later towards the in older dentists who had
I
practiced for
agree.
so many years. Exactly. So I want to bring in solutions which can help dentists, but at the same time take care of the patients as well. So which can also in India, I think the best of dentistry is yet to come. And I as an entrepreneur would like to work especially with younger dental graduates to bring in solutions so that our oral health deserves a lot of importance, so it gets the right importance, especially in our country. So that is my end goal for that.
I think I mean, as I already said, I think at the backstage also, I think you guys are the change makers. And this is how innovation comes. Because, see, my father was a dentist, and I have seen him, polishing denture by paddling a pulley like machine. So, from there, what we are doing today is come to CAD CAM now. I mean, you see a model. So that's innovation. Because I think if innovation is not, research is not there, there will be no innovation. And innovation is the thing which makes the world at ease. It gives comfort, and it actually gives us all the facilities that we want to achieve in our life or enjoy. So I think, Dr. Shruti, you are doing a fantastic work. So,
Thank
as you said rightly, that you want to work basically with young, budding dentist or aspiring dentist or freshers. So, and you yourself is very, very young. So, in that way, what would be your message to young dental aspirants? Because I think you would influence a lot of dental graduates and postgraduates even. Because people like you set example. It's not about always thinking out of the box. I think you have not, because when it comes to entrepreneurship innovation, there's one taboo: you have to think out of the box. But I always believe that everything is inside the box. You just look all the corners. I hope you agree with me.
Totally, ma'am. Totally. Like I always believe innovation has to be simple so that it can be
Yes,
applied to a larger group of people. Yeah.
absolutely.
So so for young dental graduates, I believe our young dental graduates right now are very, very smart people, and
Yes.
they have so many opportunities. So my biggest message towards them is ki, do not get disheartened by initial failures. I understand health sciences as a field, you have so slow growth at the beginning, but do not lose hope. And but always keep upskilling yourself. And always after dentistry, it is just like we do our plus two, and then we think what has to be done. Again, after dentistry, you have to again measure the pros and cons. And one major thing which I always tell to my juniors or whosoever is looking for advice, that please make very smart financial choices. Yeah, because whatever choice you are doing, it has to be financially very, very sound, and you have to measure the pros and cons. And it is nothing like that dentistry is saturated. And I remember one of, because when I graduated I was also saying the same things, and one of my mentors were like, Shruti, a lot of people are available, but are you valuable? So that has remained still with me. So please always go for internships, go for observerships. There is no end to learning. And if you are good, like if you are in dentistry, then your handwork and all your skills will take you ahead. But if you are interested in something else, please try exploring. Have good set of mentors, and please network, talk to people, make good use of the internet. And there are so many different fields. As I said, dentistry is a plethora. It's not just filling and cavity or something like that. you please explore a lot. And even if you want to divert away from dentistry, do it, but do it in an informed way. Always talk to people, and always go with your heart, and don't get disheartened, and believe in yourself. So that's my message for all the young dental graduates.
Fantastic, Dr. Shruti, and I'm really proud of you. And I feel inspired by from people like you and your energy, because that is where I always connect. Really, that's not something which I want to pamper you or because we are on a public forum, but this is absolutely from the core of my heart, because I really connect to people like you, because I think that enthusiasm and the positiveness you spread around yourself, it also changes, somebody else's life, and maybe these simple words, if anybody sees this interview just through you, by seeing you and what you have achieved till now, so they might get some new ideas as well, and just like you brought one solution, they also can, bring another solution to an existing problem. So it was wonderful talking to you, Dr. Shruti. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you everybody for joining in with our conversation today.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for inviting me, and thank you everyone else who has joined. All the best for future. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.